Looks like we're ready to go with questions for Spencer Burford. Greg, you're up first.
Spencer, how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
I'm doing well. I'm wondering, what was your reaction to the game against Rice getting postponed? How did that hit you last week?
It hit me pretty hard because, as you know, like the FAU loss took a toll on us, and so we were really looking forward to bouncing back and answering the call and trying to just regain, just the flow of emotions. And we had a great week of practice. Guys were flying around, doing everything that they were coached to do. Really focusing on details, and so whenever we got the news, it was kind of it did hurt a little bit, but we just kept pushing. We're just gonna keep moving forward.
Yeah, Coach said the practices last week had been more physical, that you guys had really returned to that kind of a mentality. Did it make it even more difficult to not have the payoff of a game when you go through a week of practice like that?
I wouldn't say it made it more difficult because at the end of the day, whether we would have had to play or not, we just had to regain ourselves back. So we were just focusing on us at that point. And we just made all the necessary improvements. And so I feel like we're getting back to where we need to be.
You guys obviously went through 8 straight game weeks where things become pretty routine. Is there a challenge mentally when there's sort of an unexpected bump in the road like this? How do you guys stay focused on the rest of the way?
The goal is to win. So in order to win, we're just going to have to keep doing what we've been coached to do. And that means staying locked in, staying focused on the details and fundamentals that we've been coached to do. And we're just going to stick with the game plan. And in order to win games, hard work has to be put in. So that's what we're just going to keep doing.
Coach Traylor told us this is the first time you guys have really had a couple days off since the summer. Like, what did you do with your time off?
What I did with my time, I really just rested, man. Flushed out my legs a little bit, got in the ice tubs just for body recovery purposes. And, listen to a little music, play a little game, hang out with the guys, you know what I'm saying? That's all it was for those few days off.
Did you guys really need that break? How much does that benefit you as a group?
It benefits us as a group pretty well. A lot of guys, going 8 weeks straight, and it takes a toll on your body sooner or later. And so those little few days for recovery, it makes a huge difference.
Do you see a difference then this week where the guys are fresher and it has kind of a different look and a different feel? How do you compare it to previous weeks?
You said what?
Do you feel like because of the benefit of that time off that you guys are like fresher, like practices look and feel differently this week? Do you notice anything different?
No, because we just picked up where we left off last week, to be honest. So those few days, it was good for the body, but we just jumped right back on schedule, hitting it hard every day. And we're just going to keep doing that, keep grinding it out.
Does it maybe sort of light a little bit under you guys just because you missed that game and you want to get back into action? I know Coach told us today's practice was really one of the best that he's seen. Did you see anything at all that felt better or at a higher level?
Yeah, the energy was there, guys, talking a little chitter-chatter here and there. And guys were really into the practice. And it just created a different atmosphere, and it was real fun. And that's what the game was about, having fun, but also at the same time it's about winning games. So I felt it.
As much as you guys have been, focused and working hard and having good practice sessions, there has to be a level of it being a little bit weird just with the way the roster has fluctuated, whether it's guys out for injuries or guys out because of tests or contact tracing. What's it been like for you to go through that? How do you guys keep pushing forward when the roster is maybe a little bit more fluid than you're used to?
It's just the next man up mentality, really. Regardless of what the circumstances may be, you always have to be prepared. And so guys are going to receive the same coaching that any other player would. You're just going to get coached the same, and they treat everybody the same. So you're just going to have to be ready to step up whenever it's your time and you're calling, just to go out there and make a play for the team.
Have you guys had to do anything differently this week just because you're thin at a couple spots and don't have as many bodies as usual?
No, not really. As far as not having as many bodies, it just gives you more reps, and so you're gonna have to play longer, of course. But as far as that goes, no, nothing really has changed as far as the reps goes. We're still hitting it hard, you know what I'm saying? Still grinding, and we're just taking it day by day, really.
Does it give you any concern for Saturday? Like now, if somebody gets injured, there's just fewer people at certain spots to be able to fill in.
That will. I mean, if somebody gets injured, like I said, it's a next man up mentality. We're just gonna have to find somebody to step in and fill that spot. As far as that goes, I mean, you really can't control the circumstances because you never know what it's gonna be at any point in time. So you just have to be ready whenever what happens.
And you guys, this applies to every week, but especially this week. Do you have any sort of nerves about if more positive tests arise or if something happens with UTEP that the game could get postponed? Do you think about that at all?
Yes, I do. I do think about it a lot, as a matter of fact, because the numbers are rising, and you can see it in various places that the numbers are rising, especially in Texas. And so, guys just gonna have to be on their P's and Q's about social distancing and stuff like that in order for us to play. You're just gonna have to keep yourself in the shell for that time being, and just stay in the bubble. So we'll have the opportunity to play on Saturday.
Is there anything you have to do to sort of, have like a divide where those concerns don't get in the way on the field or don't become a distraction in a negative way?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, so do you have to avoid letting that become a distraction mentally where you don't want to be thinking too much about, well, what if we don't play and things like that? Do you have to sort of separate it once you're in there and actually practicing and things like that?
Yeah. Most definitely. You gotta have a filter in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Not let that bother you too much, because then you'll think about that too much, and then you may not give as much effort, or we're not playing anyway. And so guys are really hitting it with a positive attitude. And so just flying around the field, continuing to make plays. Coach is doing a great job getting a lot of energy, players into it. And just the practice atmosphere has been great. So I don't think it'll seep into people's minds that well. So whether we play or whether we don't, we still gonna keep practicing the way we have been, and we've been practicing pretty hard. And I like the way we're going.
Assuming everything goes to plan, what are the biggest things against UTEP that you guys have to be aware of as an offense? What are the challenges their defense gives you guys?
Their defense plays with a lot of energy. They fly to the ball. They're good at the point of contact. And we're just gonna have to stick to the scheme that we've been coached to do. And right now we're gonna run the ball, and so we're just gonna have to be physical up front. As far as communication wise, you're gonna have to play hard. I mean, just the things that we're coached to do every day. And so we're just gonna have to take the practice stuff and the things that we've been doing in practice and carry it to the field in the gameplay, and we'll be just fine.
Got it. Thank you, Spencer. I appreciate it.